Ooh, with it blue. It's K-Mac. What the fuck? Welcome back to the Spodius page on the YouTube universe. K-Mac, 34, 38. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, comment, share all posts. Follow me on Instagram, The Great K-Mac. That's DAGREATKMAC. Yeah. Now that we got the hard part out the way, let's get into today's video. So a white supremacist group up out of the San Fernando Valley was just indicted. So as of right now, they're only being charged with racketeering. Prosecutors say this group embraced anti-Semitic and racist ideology. So right now, we're gonna go right into the video and see what they're talking about. And we'll be back to commentate our thoughts. It's K-Mac. What the fuck?
And we begin with LA's largest takedown of an extremist group ever. Dozens of alleged members of a white supremacist gang based in the San Fernando Valley have been indicted. Good evening, everyone. I'm Annabelle Sedano.
And I'm Robert Kovacik, and tonight for Colleen, prosecutors say this group embraced anti-Semitic and racist ideologies. Investigative reporter Eric Leonard has more on the case for us and why police decide to take action today. Eric.
Hi, Robert. Well, federal prosecutors used racketeering charges here to go after this group that's accused of being part of what amounts to the San Fernando Valley chapter of a notorious national white supremacist prison gang. The feds allege group members here did a bunch of typical organized crime things like selling fentanyl and meth, dealing in illegal guns, and committing bank fraud. But they say their larger motive was eventually to carry out violence against Jews and other minorities.
This was one of the largest violent extremist takedowns in LA, this city's history.
LAPD officers, FBI, and DEA agents served nearly 30 arrest warrants this morning, including this one at a motel in Sherman Oaks that targeted accused members of a San Fernando Valley white supremacist gang whose name we're not using as it itself is a slur. The 68 people indicted accused of membership in this group that's tied to a prison gang.
Essentially a local chapter of the Aryan Brotherhood has for many years tormented these neighborhoods in the San Fernando Valley.
The feds say the allegations of gang involvement and extremist ideology among those charged dates back to at least 2016.
The Aryan Brotherhood has a history of domestic terrorism, to include racially motivated attacks.
29 of the accused were arrested this morning. More than a dozen others were already in prison or jail, and agents are searching for 26 others. According to the indictments, members of the group sold all kinds of illegal drugs, including meth and fentanyl, to make money. They allegedly dealt in illegal guns, and more recently were accused of fraudulently obtaining COVID-19 loans and relief payments. They say the case took on additional urgency last year with the arrest and separate indictment of a man named Ryan Bradford in Reseda, who pleaded guilty earlier this year to being a felon with a gun.
In his home, a treasure trove of white supremacist paraphernalia, including replica Nazi uniforms, posters of Adolf Hitler.
U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada says the material also included plans for violence against Jews, the same motivation allegedly behind the actions of the others arrested today.
In fact, when we searched his home, we found a notepad in the home that had written as its New Year's resolution, quote, "Bake every single Jew."
The indictment does not accuse members of this group of any specific acts of violence against Jews or other groups.
We're not going to wait around for a tragedy to occur. We're going to take action right away. And in order to do that, we use every tool in our federal toolbox to address that. And that's what we've done today.
Were they planning something?
Next question.
Those arrested today are making initial court appearances in federal court this afternoon. They're all expected to be held in jail with no bail. The federal racketeering or RICO charges that were brought in this indictment can lead to very lengthy prison terms, up to life in prison for those convicted. Live in the newsroom, I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard.
So yeah, the feds allege that they've done typical crimes, you know, like sell drugs, fentanyl, crystal meth, all of that good stuff, you know, illegal guns, like that's regular. But in this case, none of them have been taken down or caught with any of these illegal drugs or guns. So as much as I'm against neo-Nazis, I'm kind of calling bullshit on this RICO case, because they don't really have nothing on these guys, and eventually they're gonna let them go. But what I found funny is that they said that they were basically targeting Jews and not African Americans, which is crazy. And they also wouldn't even say their name because they said it was a racial slur. But I'm wondering, was that racial slur towards the Jews or was it towards African Americans? You tell me. And especially if they're a prison gang, who are they, combating against in prison? I'm sure it's not Jews, right? But I still think the arrest is bullshit, but I also feel like it might be deeper than that, man. They might try to use some of these guys for some of their own tactics, so y'all just let me know what y'all think about this video, man. I thought it was kind of interesting, so had to do something on it. But until the next video, it's K-Mac.
No individuals hit the road with my team. We was out in the field, we was making them plays. You got blitz from the back, they came with choppers to blaze.